There's a lot of noise going on in the background. If you can hear anything, it's one of three things. One, the dryer's going because it just pissed down rain and wet all me clothes on the line. Two, the block next door's getting excavated. Three, my puppy's under the desk chewing on his leg and making all sorts of terrifying grunting noises. But anyway, hello and welcome. As you know, Inktober is in a couple of days and I'm going to be participating in it. And I just wanted to share what I am going to be using for Inktober this year. Slightly different. Going to be a lot of principles in this one that I use every year. I've only been doing Inktober, I think this is my 4th year. And I don't need an excuse to work in black and white. So I'll start with the smallest items first that I will be using. This year I will be using this Pentel Side Fx 0.5 pen. I got this in a scrawler box. It pumps out lead from the side here, and since I got it a couple of months ago, whenever it was, in the scrawler box, I just have really enjoyed using this pen. I've usually used this one here. I've sort of given this one a bit of a break at the moment and I've been hammering the shit out of this one. Second and third thing I'm going to be using is I've been using this brush for me inks, and it is just a Milan size 6 paintbrush. Also got this in a scroller box, and yeah, like using it for ink. This is really good for doing finer details and also a little bit larger areas, so it's like the good in-between size. So I can motor through my illustrations and not have to keep swapping out brushes. Stay. If I want any white highlights, I am a huge fan of the Uniball Signo Angelic. It has the finer nib at the tip there. It's quite diverse. Yeah, I can do finer white lines or I can do bigger ones depending on how I feel. Now what I'll be doing all my line work with is the Pigma Microns. I've had this set for a while and I need to get another set because I don't know how much ink some of these have left in them. But this comes in all the sizes, as you can see, if it's going to focus. All the sizes there, which is really cool. So this is a good pack. I can't actually find this pack anymore, which is a bit of a shame. Well, this is the ink that I used last year. It is a Speedball Super Black India ink. Now the pad that I'm going to be using, I'm actually going to be using a book this year. I've decided that I will use this because I actually had this in my pile of sketchbooks and I'd forgotten all about it, and it's basically brand new. I've used one page in it and I ended up just tearing that out. But yeah, it's a Moleskine and it's slightly sort of got a yellowish tint to the pages. It's got a little sleeve there and yeah, it's square. It's my favorite size, so it's a good one. We'll give this one a crack. And last but not least, I've used this for the last 2 years, and these are colored inks, but I may or may not use them every time. Comes with a fancy little dip pen, it's quite pretty, and comes with all these colors here that you can see. I tend to sort of use the reds and the greens more than anything, but I'll see how I go. Like I said, I may or may not use them on every piece or whatever. It just depends on how I feel with the illustrations and that, whether or not I want to use any color. So yeah, this will be one thing that I will at least use once, because there'll be at least one piece that's going to have blood in it, trust me. So like every year, I will open up my Thursday slots. I will be uploading Inktober videos on Thursdays and Sundays. So this year Inktober starts on a Saturday, well, Saturday here in Australia. So what I'll be doing is my upload is like a Sunday, which will be a Saturday for other people around the world. So Inktober will start on a Friday for everyone around the world, if that hasn't confused you. So what I'll do is my upload is going to be the first Sunday, so I will have the first and second day included in that upload, and then I will upload Thursday, which will have third, fourth, fifth and sixth day in that one, and so forth, so you get the drill. So yeah. Now with the prompt list, I must admit when I saw what was on here, I cringed a little bit, but I'll get over it. The theme that I'm going to be doing is basically, for each of these, I have come up with an illustration that's either going to be a scary fact, a fun fact, or, you know, a bit of information depending on what I can find and what pops into my mind with each prompt. So that is basically what I'm going to do, and, you know, in true me form, each illustration is going to be horrific. And for anyone who's new that's watching this, I am a horror artist, so naturally everything that I draw is going to be terrifying and disgusting and awful. So expect that from this list. That's basically it. That's just my short little video on what I'm going to be doing. Who else is going to be doing Inktober, and are you following Jake Parker's list or are you doing your own? I like to follow Jake's because I'm a little bit traditional, and I tend to stick with you know, the prompts that the original sort of source has come up with. And I also like to challenge myself. Some of these I just went, what the fuck am I gonna do? But then it challenges me to then think outside the square and do it. And that's what I like to do. I really like to push myself and challenge myself and see how see how far I go and see how I go. With the illustrations. Like with this particular selection, you really had to sort of think outside the box. That is it. And yeah, this Sunday coming in a couple of days will be my first Inktober video, and yeah, if you would like to pop back and have a look at what I draw for the first couple of prompts, which is Gargoyle and Scurry, yeah, I'll see you there. I'm out of here, and I'll see you guys possibly in the next video. Bye.